Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to explore ServiceNow UI. In this video, we are going to understand types of frames in ServiceNow UI, and those are banner frame, content frame, and navigation frame. We'll go through each of this frame in very detailed manner. Types of frames. There are three: banner, navigator, and content. Let us see screenshots of these frames first, and I'll be explaining those in detail by navigating through my personal developer instance. This is the screenshot of the banner frame. This is how the banner frame will look like. It will be placed in the top part of the browser. So, what we can do using the banner frame? We can access the home page by using the logo, and we can navigate through our applications or modules using this navigation menus. By looking at the content title, we can easily know in which page we are currently, or in which application we are currently right now. And using this search, we can globally search the tickets or anything which we want using this global search. This globe icon is called as application scope. By using this globe icon, we can set our application scope. So while we are developing, we can make sure that we are not editing or modifying any other applications, so that we are safe and secure while editing our application. And help and notifications. By using this help and notifications, we can get help, or we can get the messages from the users in our ServiceNow instance. And user menu. By using this user menu, we can do some of the things like we can modify the user details by going to profile, or we can impersonate to other user if you have an access, and you can elevate the role to get the ACL accesses, and you can log out. So this is about banner frame. Now let us take a look at the navigator frame. What is navigator frame and what can we do using the navigator frame? In navigator frame, we have menus like all, favorites, history, and workspaces. If we select all, it will open a menu on the left side, and in that menu, we can see our applications, modules, and module categories. If we want to pin this to our browser, we can click on this pin symbol, so that will be stayed on the browser all the time, even though if you are navigating through any applications or modules. Next is favorites. By using the favorites, if you set any application or module as a favorite, you can access that application fastly by selecting on the favorites. And history. History is basically like your browsing history. You can check which are applications or which are modules you have visited recently in the history tab. And workspaces. Workspaces are basically a dashboards where they can see the data, like how many tickets are there, how many are resolved, how many are not resolved, and what are the statistics, etc. So by using this navigator frame, we can search our applications or modules, and using this filter, we can search our applications for the fastest results. Now we are going to see last frame of our ServiceNow UI, that is content frame. So what is content frame and how we can use the content frame? By using content frame, we can get the data and we can display the data in the format which we want to see. For example, if you want to see all the tickets which are present in incident table, then you'll go for list. And if you want to create a new incident, then you can see form module in content frame. And if you want to see the statistics or overview of any application, then you can see dashboard. If you want to get any help or if you want to request for any product or service, then you can go for service catalog page. And next is service portal page. This is usually provided to the end users where they can directly access to the service portal of the company and they can get the knowledge of any articles or they can get help by raising a request or they can request anything by selecting request something. And knowledge base, by using the knowledge base view you can access the articles and there will be couple of articles which might suit to your problem. By reading through that article you can resolve your problem. This is about knowledge base. And content frame is present below the banner frame and towards the right of navigator frame. Now we'll be seeing all of this in my PDI and I am going to explain each and everything in more detailed manner by navigating through everything which I have been discussed in shortly here. We'll be seeing over that. I have logged into my ServiceNow instance. If you don't have ServiceNow instance, it is very easy to create one. I have already created a video on how to create an ServiceNow instance. I'll be sharing the link for the video in the description below and you can see icon on the top right corner of this video. By clicking on that, you can watch that video. Now let us come back to our topic. This is how your ServiceNow instance will look like when you logged in first. As we discussed before, this is the banner frame which is looking in grayish black color. So this is logo and this is navigation menu. This is content title. This is global search. This is application scope. This is sidebar discussions. This is help. This is notifications and this is user menu. First I'll be showing all. If I click on all, you can see a pop-up menu. In this pop-up menu, we can see applications, modules, and categories. So this first arrow is application, self-service, access analyzer, activity subscriptions, app engine. These all are applications. If I expand availability, commitments, configure commitments, results. These are modules. And if I open benchmarks, you can see dashboard and another arrow for administration. This is called as category. The structure for this navigator frame will be like first you can see application which is benchmarks and second you can see module under the application which is dashboard and if there is any category you can see another arrow mark which is administration for this example and below category you can see modules again which is setup and category for this example. And if I click on this pin all menu, this will be pinned to your browser in the left and it will be stayed on the browser all the time. And using this filter, you can search for any application or module. If I search for incident, see in self service, there is a module called incidents and there is a specific application incident And in this application, you can see modules like create new, assign to me, and category like administration, incident properties, incident ATF source. With this, we have completed our navigator or application frame. I am selecting this incident application as favorite and click on done. Now, if I open favorites, you can see this incident application over here. If I remove this filter, see there are a lot of applications and it's taking time for you to go and search for this application. If I mark this as favorite, if I click on favorite, it will be on the top, or you can see the application faster than searching in the navigator frame. And if you want to pin these favorites, you can pin this as well. All menu will be unpinned. Better you pin all every time. Next is history. So if you see, I have navigated through instance, configuration items, services, ServiceNow. This is about history. And if I open workspace, you can see some of the workspaces over here. If I open one of the workspace, collection tracker workspace, this is how we can see a workspace or dashboard. We have seen dashboard in content frame, right? This is how the dashboard will look like. And you can see the number of items and what are the items. Next is admin. So this tab, by using this tab, you can go to admin home, adoption blueprints, application manager, etc. And this is content title. As we have discussed before, you are in collection tracker workspace, right? So it is showing collection tracker workspace. If I click on ServiceNow logo, it will go back to home page. This is how we can use ServiceNow logo. Next is global search. For example, I'm going to favorite is incident all. I'm copying this one of the incident number. Assume that you have one incident ticket number, and if I paste that over here, you can see it is showing the incident, and this is how you can use global search if you have any exact matching incident ticket or any. Next is application scope. While you are working on any application, you will be creating an scope for that application. So you can set that using this application scope, and you can set the update set. In the update set, you can save the changes which are doing to your application. And sidebar discussions. Using these sidebar discussions, you can discuss with any of the user in the service now. So these are some tabs like all messages, unread, and disregard, more, mentions and favorites. Next is show help. If you want any help regarding ServiceNow, you can browse that using this browse product documentation. If you click on this browse product documentation, you'll be redirecting to ServiceNow documentation page. Notifications. If you have any notifications, that will be displayed over here. And user. So in user menu, you can see user information, which user has been logged in. In my case, system administrator has been logged in, and if I click on profile, you can see the form where you can edit the first name, last name. You can add some more details over here. And if you click on the preferences, you can change some things like display and theme, language region, debugging, accessibility, notifications, and keyboard shortcuts. For example, Control plus backslash. If you click on this, you should be able to see all keyboard shortcuts. I'll be trying that. Control. See, I'm not moving my mouse. If I click on Control and backslash, it is popping up. This is how you can use the keyboard shortcuts. And impersonate user, it is used to impersonate, or you can log into other users instance. If I click on impersonate, and you can search for any user which is present in this instance, and you can log into their instance. And elevate role, by using this elevate role, you can grant access like modifying the ACLs. And printer friendly version, by using this printer friendly version, you can get a page where you can take the print of that. And finally, logout is to log out from your instance. Now we are going to discuss about our last frame, which is content frame. If you see from this corner below the navigator frame and banner frame to this corner, last corner, this is called content frame. In this content frame, the pages will get rendered or the modules will get rendered. We'll see the each type of module or each type of page in the content frame. There are total 6 types, and two are major in those: the list and form, which we use in regular basis. So first I'll try to cover dashboard, service catalog, knowledge base, and service portal first, and then we'll see list and form in detail. Now let me open incident module. For that, I'm going favorites. I'm clicking on overview. So this is the incident overview dashboard menu. In dashboard, we'll have widgets, instance open today, unassigned instance, open instance. Everything whichever you see over here is an widget, and we have some functionality widgets also. For example, if I want to view only in progress, I'll click on in progress. Then it will be showing the report of in progress incidents only. And if I want to set any assignment group, I can check that as well. So this is how the dashboard is going to work. Next, we are going to see catalog. For that, I am going into navigation filter and searching for catalog. I am opening service catalog. This is how catalog page will look like. And using this catalog page, you can request for services, hardware, and you can submit or report any issue, and you can request for software, office things, desktops, peripherals, and mobiles. Is knowledge base. For that, I am going to navigation frame and searching for knowledge. I am opening knowledge homepage. This is how knowledge homepage will look like. And using this knowledge homepage, you can create an article, or if you have any issue, let us assume that you want to know how to create an email signature. So if you go to this article, there will be a detailed expression of how to do it. This is how you can use knowledge article. Next is service portal home. If you are working in any organization and that organization is using ServiceNow, then there is a chance that you can see a page like this with your company logo. And if you are facing any issue, you might be raising an request by using get help. If you want to order anything, you can click on request something. And if you want to get to know about anything, you can go to knowledge base. This is about service portal. Next is list. I'm closing this service portal. Let us go back to our incident table and I'm clicking on all. Whenever you see a layout like this, you can confirm that this is a table. So we are in incident application. So this is a incident table and you can get the name of the table by the URL as well. If you see here, it is stating as incident and each row represent an individual record in this table and each column represent individual field in single record. And in this list view, we can configure the columns which you want to see. For that, I will select personalized list and I want to know who has created the record by seeing through list. So I'll select created by and I'll add it into selected columns and I'll click on OK. So as you can see, the list has been refreshed and you can see created by now in this view. And next thing is if you want to sort the list according to anything. If I click on priority, you can see high priority records are in the top, which is one critical, and less priority will be shown next, 2 and 3. This is how you can sort the records. Next is filter. If you want to filter these records with some specific fields, you can do that. For that, click on this filter icon, show or hide filter, and I am choosing assign to should not be empty is not empty. As you can see here, some fields are empty in assign to, and I am checking priority. Priority is 1, and if I click on run, see now you can see the assign to is not empty, and we are getting critical records. Previously, there are 74 records, but as per our conditions, there are only 24 records. Now I want to see the records with priority 1 critical and I am not bothering about assign to. Then I'll click on this remove next condition to remove that condition and this whole thing is called as breadcrumb. If I remove this condition, you can see now the record count has been increased to 34. This is how you can apply filters. Next is form module. I'm opening my incident and I'm selecting on create new. This is the new form and you can fill the details over here and submit the form. For the new form, the SysID will be -1. You can see it over here in the link. And let us submit this form and we'll see whether SysID is being created or not. I am filling the mandatory fields, color and short description is test and I'm clicking on submit. So the record has been submitted, and I'll select the updated field to sort. This is the incident which we have submitted before, and you can see the SysID has been created for this record. Now let us understand the things in the form. So these number, color, and whichever you see, those are called as fields, and you can fill the details in those. And this notes, related records, and resolution information is called as sections. And after that, in the bottom, you can see related links and this related list tab. In this related list tab, you can see the records of related lists which are linked with this table. Let us see how to personalize our form. For that, I am clicking on this personalized form, and if I click on assign to, you can see the assign to has been removed. This is how you can personalize form. With this, we have completed our video how to navigate through ServiceNow UI. Thanks for watching.